Yeah, we have that as well. Well, we will do, especially now, because the thing is, I'm the first generation to have this 9000 stuff. So, so like we don't have any idea of how it's going to work in terms of the long run. But well, we should always just have looked over to you guys because like you were saying, it's ridiculous. It's so crazy that. You think that
you think that you guys would look over at us and be like, oh wow, you know, it doesn't work out very well for them, and you know, most of them don't have a higher education simply because it's just impossible to pay for it. So you know, why would they look at that and then go, yeah, that's definitely, you know, something that we want to take up and work on because it works so well or whatever. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
No, yeah, it's and the thing is as well is the fact that. Oh fuck! I forgot the point I was going to say now. Was
I'm sorry.
Oh god, it just completely went out of my mind. Well, I'm sure I'll come back at some point. But yeah, it's a little crazy. But the thing is I always because the thing, yeah, I keep saying the thing is, but what I always say to people, especially like people who haven't really been to university or aren't planning on going to university, is that that's good because you're making kind of a conscious decision. You know what you want to do. Well, you have an idea of what you want to do, and it doesn't involve that. Like, you haven't found something that you're passionate enough about to spend another 3 years, 4 years in education for, or potentially 7 years if you need to do a PhD to get anywhere good with it. So I think that the idea that you have to go to university is kind of dwindling a little bit, especially with like a younger generation and like more progressive things going on. But even then, I'm like 21. I've not really been exposed to the current state of kind of university looking and things like that, so I don't really know.
Just the mind tweaker scripts are all fucked up because I just I restarted. Shit, I don't remember what it is. Mind tweaker reload. Hold on. Can I just do mind tweaker? I don't remember. Anyways, whatever it is, I put in red anti-blocks and then I pulled out yellow anti-material as the decomposer. And I just pulled that out and I was like, it's not working. I don't know why.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that happens.
That's Minecraft for you. Everyone is always like,
gonna happen.
You know, Minecraft, it's so fucking broken. And I'm like, yeah, it is. It's a fucky and it's broken and, you know, it's always going to be fucking broken. Like, you got to remember that, and it's not vanilla. Nobody ever complains about vanilla being fucking broken, just modded Minecraft, and I give you that, you know, I understand, but if you want to play it, you know, you have to realize that you are, I guess you could say, hacking the game. You're like changing how the game works, and you know, yeah, and
outside of the developers.
And hacking your way into it. It's not like a legitimate situation. And so it's always going to be a little bit broken. But, you know, if you want to play with the ability to do like everything that modded Minecraft gives you, then you just have to deal with it. It's funny because every rare once in a while, like, I'll be talking to someone that, oh, you know, I'd love to play Minecraft, but it's just so broken. And I'm like, it's only broken if you're playing modded Minecraft. I mean, just play normal Minecraft if it bothers you that much. There's still so much to do. You can always go on like multiplayer server on like Hypixel or something, play some mini games. I mean, the shit that people can do with command blocks will make you think you're playing modded Minecraft anyways. Yeah,
command blocks have been quite new, haven't they?
But I mean, they're not that new because they've been around for shit. What is it? Like a year, maybe? I don't know. But you know, you know.
Oh god.
I've been playing Minecraft for so long. Every rare once in a while, I just like it dawns on me that I've been playing Minecraft essentially forever, and I almost feel like disgusted at myself. I'm like, oh no, I've like wasted so much of my life. It's good though. I like it.
No, thing is, I like it as well. It's been a reliable jump back for me, even like the vanilla stuff. I remember, like everyone remembers their first game of vanilla Minecraft. Like it's really weird. It's like this generation's, I don't know. It's like kind of like where were you? It's like what was your first time on Minecraft? I say this generations. I talk mainly in terms of the gamer generation. Like anyone who really usually calls themselves a gamer has usually played Minecraft. I'm not going to get into the whole debate of who calls who gamer and all that kind of rubbish. But most people who call themselves gamers will have played Minecraft. And considering how well it's sold as well, it's the most successful. I think it is the most successful game now.
Yeah, I think so.
It beat Tetris, didn't it? And I could be wrong. I could be someone point out in the comments if I'm wrong. But yeah, it's the most successful one. Everyone's played it, and everyone has that experience of like, oh, when you first jump into the world and you're kind of like, what the hell do I do? What is going on? And then you kind of start building a house, and then your first night, you're kind of like, what the hell are these what are these green things? Oh God, they blew up everything I've ever made, but I want to continue. And that's everyone remembers that, and it's a really cool thing. And so I always find Minecraft's really something easy to jump back on. To play, and it's
I think
very
that's
well,
my thing about it. I mean, people are like, I don't understand how you could be playing the same game forever and ever and ever. And I'll be like, you know what? I give you that. Like, I don't know how I would be able to play the same game, but for me, it's not the same game. Like when I'm playing, I feel like if I'm doing it right, I feel like I'm playing something different every time, and that's why I stick around. That's why I still play it, and so on and so forth. And people are like, oh, I'm bored, and I'm like, the reason you're bored is because, like, I don't want to be rude, but you're not creative enough, essentially. Like, you find a mod pack that is what you're looking for, or, you know, mess around on a multiplayer. Do something that you haven't done before. The reason people get bored is because they play the same thing they have always played, and then they expect a different experience, and it's not different, and they're like, oh, it's so boring. Like, I mean, I kind of feel bad for, you know, Simon and Lewis and Shin and everybody, because they're sticking around, they're playing it because they have to, because they, you know, their business would just sink if they didn't. But, oh, shit. Oh, neither of these have energy. Damn it. I think breaking them with a pick makes them lose energy. I didn't think about that.
What do they use?
No, I mean, they use AE.
Well, they use RF, and they only need 80.
But, yeah, so you have to hook it up to an energy acceptor from AE.
Oh, well, okay. I got that, sorry.
It's just because it dawned on me that all of our non-compounds are still in these chests. I wanted to put those in a normal chest, I just didn't do that. But yeah, it's like, I don't know, you know, take a break, whatever. There's always like games that are, I guess you could say, the next thing, next big thing, and I always try to keep my eyes out for that, but they're few and far between, like.
Yeah, like Tug was
but
thought
it's not,
to be one of them.
I don't know. It's just not, I guess you could say new. Like, the thing about Minecraft that was so cool was it was new, you know? Even though survival games had been done before, they had never been done in quite this way, and that made Minecraft, I guess, novel. And people really picked up on it. And, what was it? Hold on.
By the way, have you got any coal?
There's some in the furnaces, I think. Yeah.
Other than furnaces.
What was it? The new GTA. Even though GTA had been done before, the new GTA is so much more than the previous ones, especially with the whole the video editor and the modding scene, which is really taking off now, and things like that. But it makes it like a huge standout, you know? Like, I don't want to be like, oh, the other GTAs weren't as good, because they were, but I don't feel like they've had quite as big of a following as this one has, you know?
Yeah, exactly. No, definitely not. And the thing is, like, GTA 4, especially in terms of talking modding, was that, like, I played GTA 4 on Xbox when it first came out, and I played a shit ton, and then came to PC eventually after about however many years it took me. I can't remember, but after that, I bought the PC version mainly because of mods. So I literally bought the same game again.
Yeah,
but
I did that actually because I had the
well,
I did that because what was it? I actually had Xbox One version, or not Xbox One, but I had the original Xbox, the Xbox 360 version, which meant that when the Xbox One version came out, it had all this new features, but I didn't have an Xbox One. And then when the PC came out, it had all of those features and more. So when I was, like, even though I was still spending $60 on it, I felt like I was getting my money's worth, you know? And I wish I could be able to play it more.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a fantastically optimized game. It runs on my girlfriend's computer really well, which I don't want to say is like a, it's not a bad computer, it's just not a gaming computer, you know? It's like a good, it's a very modern work computer, you know, fast processor, somewhat okay graphics card, lots of space, that sort of thing. But it's so amazingly optimized that it like runs on her computer flawlessly. The anti-aliasing is fucking horrible. It's so bad. But also, are you taking those out one at a time?
Yeah.
You can shift click and you take them out stacks at a time.
Once? That's what I've been trying to do, but it only takes out like
weird.
12.
Oh, it's the power. It's the energy.
Oh, maybe because of the energy. That is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not going to take them all out. I'm just going to take like a few stacks and then put them away, and then I can we can kind of come back to this when we have enough energy. There we go. I've just been carrying around like thousands of hydrogen in my inventory, and I've been like, I really want to get rid of this shit. You know what? Yeah, actually, there's caches, aren't there, from Tinkers, which is just tin and wood. We should make caches and put our basic in that. So put like the hydrogen and oxygen and stuff in those. Or do we have barrels? No, I don't think we do have barrels. Java. Yeah, so we'll just use caches. Barrels. Pirated Windows, and they want China to start using Windows. And then they're just like, hey, have
That's pretty great. I'm probably gonna get a copy of 10. I mean, if Microsoft is anything to follow, and every time they have a shitty release, then they have a better release next time. So, and 8 was not the best. No, I hate it already. I don't even use it. Well, I say already, I hated it. Did you have 8? Did you have to use it? Yeah, because I got my because this is when I first got my new rig. So my current rig at the moment is like a tiny resemblance to what it used to be. The first one I got was a what was this, like 3 years ago, 2 years ago even, sorry, and 2.5 years ago it was a so like an i7, like standard, no like K or anything. I think it was a 3790 or something like that. I don't know. I could be making that number up for all I know. But 8 gigs of RAM. I think it's Corsair as well. Corsair Vengeance, that's it. 8 gigs. And AMD HD Radeon 7970. And the annoying thing was that the 7970 was broken from the get-go. And I had these issues with it where it kept crashing it under extreme loads. The whole PC. Really? And I just thought it was just the PC, and then I realized that once I upgraded my graphics card, that it was actually the card. But I got a refund for it, so that was good. But yeah, and the original one I got was this is before I started building my own PCs, and I kind of chose the custom parts, but had a third party build it, and I had the choice of Windows 8 or Windows 7. I was like, I know Windows 8. That sounds like an interesting idea. Oh, wrong. I regret having it. It's been a pain since. You know when you could upgrade to 8.1 from Windows 8? From there, I did that, but it wiped my hard drive. So I've never upgraded. I think I'm still on Windows 8 now because I'm terrified of going to 8.1. Although I think I'll be okay. Well, yeah. I mean, it could be said, always back up your shit, that sort of thing. But it's not supposed to to wipe your stuff. So. No, yeah, I need to get a. Actually, no, I have a 4 terabyte external hard drive, but it works via network only. Wait, you have a 4 terabyte hard drive that works? Did you say network only? Yeah. So what it does, you plug it into the router. And that's the only way you can route it. Well, it's router, like you're routing like data. You're routing. You're routing data. All right. Well, I'm sticking with router because my mum hits me for saying Americanisms anyway, so you know. She doesn't literally, don't worry, but she hates it when I say Americanisms. Because I used to watch so much Simpsons when I was younger that I started developing an American accent. So I don't really have very many. I guess you could call them British-isms, but I do every rare once in a while. Not every rare once in a while. Who am I kidding? I spell things UK fashion, which is annoying. Yeah, like color and
color.
things like that, which is annoying because I spell it and then Google's like, did you mean to spell color without a U, or did you, and, you know, Microsoft Word and shit like that, and I'm like, shut up, no, I didn't, I spelt it exactly like this. Stop telling, you know, I spelt theater differently and things like that, and it.
Yeah, and center and things like that. I get at the time, and the thing that really fucking annoys me at the moment is that my lecturers stick with the Americanisms. Your lecturers? And so like, my lecturers, so like the people like academics and stuff, they write reports in Americanisms. So if you were to do center, it would be SCENTER, and I'm just so stubborn. I'm just like, I don't care. I'm sticking to my Britishism. I'm sticking with RE. It's frustrating, but I'm kind of like, well, I guess it's slowly turning that way, really. To be honest, it makes more sense, but I just kind of like the spelling. I like the look of it. Like spelling center ER makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
And that's how language changes. Is it changes from the heart like to the easier thing. So an example is like sword and knight is that they were actually spelled knight and sword. Sword, I think it was sword.
I like that.
Sword. I like that. But like because it was like really stupid, like knife and knight. They kind of just went knight and knife in the end. And that's how it works. Is like. And what I find really interesting is that in the future we might even be speaking text language.
Text language?
Like LOL. We would be
People say LOL all the time already. That's already a thing.
Exactly. It's kind of scary.
People, let's see. I don't know about you, but I can list off a couple. At least that I say, but I know that friends and stuff say LOL happens every once in a while. Because LOL it used to be laughing out loud. It was shorthand for I'm laughing because it was easier to type than haha. But what happens now is people type haha when they're genuinely laughing at something, and type lol when it's like I acknowledge that it's a joke, whether you think it's funny or not. It's just like I'm acknowledging that was a joke sort of thing.
Yeah, that's a good point actually.
So people say lol every once in a while. BT dubs instead of by the way. Because people would say, for a very short amount of time, people would say BTW, and I'd be like, why are you saying that? That's so stupid. It has more syllables than by the way. And they're like, it's shorthand. I'm like, it's not shorthand for anything. It's shorthand if you're typing it out, but you're not. You're speaking. So stop saying BTW. And then I mean, I won't say that I was the reason why it changed, but I know that people then it slowly started changing into BT dubs, which is, I guess, shorthand for BTW, which is shorthand for by the way. So people are like, oh, BT dubs, we're going out for dinner tonight or something like that, you know? Let's see, what else is there?
I haven't heard BT dubs, but that's interesting though.
Legit, which I guess isn't really short, but it kind of is because it was shorthand for legitimate. It was just easier to type, and now people just use it as
totes legit. Totes is one actually that people use a lot.
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, sometimes I hear that.
I don't know if fab is really an actual word.
I used to hear totes. I don't hear totes anymore, which is weird. I used to hear it all the time.
Yeah, that's true actually. I remember hearing it, but I don't know if it was still recent. There's good examples though. I can't really think of any other ones to be honest.
They'll pop into my head. I'll be talking to somebody and I'll be like, yeah, that's one.
Because I do lol a lot. Even when I used to just do it like sarcastically or.
Yeah, you're doing it sarcastically, and then it just like carries over. Now you're doing it legitimately. It's like whatever. That's what happens.
Yeah, there's I've had a lot of that though. Like a lot. I can't. To be honest, I can't name them, but I know I've had it where I've been like, oh, just doing it ironically and stuff, and then I actually just kind of developed it in my sentences.
How the fuck do I make it turn?
I think fab was actually one of them. Like fab and fabulous, I used to use it very like ironically and stuff, but now it's actually something I say
That's
quite a bit.
funny. I don't think I've ever really heard anybody say fab.
I get it from my sister actually. That's one thing I found out was that my sister says it a lot, so that's why. And also because where I used to work, one of my managers used to say it a lot, so but yeah, it's something that's definitely one of them that's become more and more usual for me.
Fab. It's pretty great though.
Fab.
Oh,
and
shit.
it's like, and it's used to be something like quite endearing for me. It's like, oh my god, that'd be fab or fabulous, and it looked great. But now it's kind of like I say fab, and it's like, oh, it's fab.
Yeah.
It's like what's happened to awesome as well.
Oh, that's awesome. That's cool. I don't know.
Yeah,
like every once in a while,
yeah.
there are definitely people who are just like, yeah, that's awesome. But like it's like it. No, really, it didn't sound awesome. It sounded like you were kind of underwhelmed by it. I know that it's not shorthand. This is slightly different, but just the term cool, which used to, I don't know, like
it used to be.
It's like a double thing that happens nowadays. Like you say, wait, how much? Oh, that's weird. Come over here. Check this out. The cache only shows you 64 of the stuff that's in there with the floating number. Doesn't.
Okay.
I don't.
Can we read it? Is this?
I don't know if there's a way to read it or just I don't know. Anyways, just.
Is it one of those wrench things we use?
Maybe. But yeah, things that get doubled for no reason. That's an interesting one. Like cool or KK. That like don't need to be said twice and just are for some reason.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. Those ones.
Oh, you rotated it.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I use a network tool. Oh,
it does have a bar, so you can. It's like, it gives you a vague idea of how much is in there, just not an exact number.
Oh well, yeah. Well, at least we know when it's full.
Yeah,
and stuff.
I guess a bit of an insight into how caches work. So there's that.
Yeah. We also got an insight into how language works.
Yeah,
as well.
We've all learned something today.
The more you know. Is that a program?
It was, yeah. I don't think it is anymore, but I think it was at one point. I never watched it. I don't watch a lot of TV.
I don't watch TV that much anymore. Like, it's really weird. I've moved to kind of watching streams and YouTube.
Yeah. Well, I've always watched YouTube because it's free and I'm watching what I want. And with TV, it was a lot of, oh, there's nothing good on. Oh, well, I guess I'm just going to watch this random thing that I don't want to just because I can't, like, I have nothing better to do, you know? Now it's...
Yeah, my girlfriend watches a load of Maury on YouTube.
What? What's that?
Maury. Because it's an American TV show.
Mm.
It's like Jerry Springer, but it's called Maury.
Ugh.
That's the difference, I think.
Nobody watched Jerry Springer here. Anybody takes seriously watches Jerry Springer. It's one of our trashy shows, you know?
Yeah, we have that. We have Jeremy Kyle. God, it's hilarious. But yeah, I know what I mean. It's kind of like people who are kind of like, meh. People who watch it seriously, you don't kind of
associate yourself with. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't talk to. They're not your friends.
Mm-hmm.
You think they are, but they're not.
All right, let me finish up with this tree, and I think we could call it because we've been playing just, I want to say shy under 2 hours, but maybe even more than that. We've been for 2 hours and 11 minutes.
Nice,
because it's hold up, we started at what is it? We started at 9:45 for use. Is it like almost 11 now?
Probably.
I don't know what that is.
Oh,
it's 12. Wow. Okay.
Oh well. To be honest, like, because I don't have uni or work anymore, I don't care.
Oh, okay. You don't have any classes or anything?
No, we finished. Once we finished exams, we finished classes.
Oh, okay, cool.
So I don't really have anything until it starts again next year.
Awesome. Okay, cool. Well, I'll definitely make sure to hit you up more often because I should,
especially before I go away as well.
Yeah, so. I should be asking you to play with me before I need to or before I need the footage, not like when I need the footage, you know?
Yeah.
It's a bad habit.
Well, unfortunately, I'm not here for I'm not at my computer for the next couple of days, but I'm back on like Saturday, Sunday. Yeah. So I think I don't know if you're planning on releasing an episode every day, but it should be.
Oh, not every day. I have it. Well, right now I have it set up that I release episodes when I have the time to, and then if I hit, I think it's like 250 on Patreon, which is if like if like an eighth of my subscribers all gave me a single dollar, which is like the change they could find under their fucking butts, I'm sure. Then I'll consistently be releasing videos every every 3 days. But you know, I'm not gonna start consistently releasing videos until they pony up and help me, because I have fucking work and a job and other like responsibilities to take care of.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. I'm the same. All of us at the consortium are, like, Riley's going to university next year. I don't know about Duncan. He has a job though, and External has a job, and I used to have a job and university, but now I just have university because I have to leave my job to go to the internship. Right. I'm so glad I'm leaving though.
Did you not like your job?
No, I loved it, but then because it's retail, it's like, you know, like the turnover is so fucking quick that, like, there's the original staff I started with that I loved. We went through, like, I don't know, so I say we've gone through like 2 or 3 rotations, and the previous 2 or 3 rotations have been good, but the current one now I just really don't fucking like at all. Like my first manager, he was lovely. He was he was more about sales than standards, so he's more about like kind of, so where I work is a designer clothes store, and so like we're kind of the aim for us, the thing that sets us above the rest, inverted commas, is that we kind of are a bit more personal with our approach and kind of take more time with customers and help them out. And I have like a kind of a big passion for kind of clothing and fashion, things like that. So it's really good for me to be able to spend that time with customers and talk to them about something I really enjoy. So like the first manager was like, yeah, just focus on the customers, and we can do like operations like sorting out standards and checking stock and things like that another time. And so so that was really good. The next manager I had she was lovely. Like one of her quotes is like, "It's fucking retail, who cares?" It's kind of like it's like there's no pressure on us to kind of, obviously there's pressure to kind of like do well and do what was best we can, but like there's like, it's like the pressure the company sets is ridiculous at times. It's kind of like you have to be perfect, and she's just like, well, it's retail, who gives a shit. But then the person I have now is like, everything must be perfect.
Fun.
Absolutely perfect. And I'm kind of like, this is not what I really want. I don't really want to be pressured like this. I just kind of want to enjoy helping people and things like that. Whereas I'm just constantly feeling like I'm constantly being watched and monitored. I'm just like, that's not what I want. So I'm kind of at the point now where I'm just like, I just want to move on really and do new things.
Yeah, it makes sense. All right, let's wrap it up. I'd like to thank you for watching. Comment, like, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you later, YouTube.
See you later, guys. No.